Hello everyone, JRDeal96 is here, back again with a new video here, and we're going to do the pilot episode for my new Creepypasta series. You know what? Creepypastas are internet horror stories that are passed around on forums and other sites to scare and frighten readers and viewers. I have gotten more interested from some ordinary gamers reading other creepypastas, some like all creepypastas that I'm going to read as well. So we're going to be doing today suicidemouse.avi on the pilot episode. Hopefully the gameplay video will be like background video as you watch as I read with creepy music playing right now. So let's start the creepypasta. So do any of you remember those Mickey Mouse cartoons from the 1930s? The ones that were put on DVD a few years ago? Well, I hear there was one that was unreleased to even the most avid classic Disney fans. According to sources, it's nothing special. It's just a continuous loop like the Flintstones of Mickey walking past 6 buildings that goes on for 2 to 3 minutes before fading out. Unlike the cutesy tunes put in though, the song on this cartoon was not a song at all. Just a constant banging on the piano for a minute and a half before going into white noise for the remainder of the film. It wasn't the jolly old Mickey we come to love either. Mickey wasn't dancing, not even smiling, just kind of walking as if you or I would walk, with a normal facial expression, but for some reason his head tilted side to side as he kept this dismal look. Up until a year or two ago, everyone believed that after it cut to black, that was it. When Leonard Maltin was reviewing the cartoon to be put in the complete series, he decided it was too junk to be on the DVD, but wanted to have a digital copy due to the fact it was a creation of Walt. When he had a digitized version on his computer to look at the file, he noticed something. The cartoon was actually 9 minutes and 4 seconds long. 9 minutes and 4 seconds long, sorry. This is what my source emailed to me in full. He is the personal assistant of one of the highest executives at Disney and an acquaintance of Mr. Maltin himself. After cut to black, it stayed like that until the 6th minute, before going back into Mickey walking. The sound was different this time. It was a murmur. It wasn't a language, but more like a gurgled cry. As the noise got more indistinguishable and loud over the next minute, the picture began to get weird. The sidewalk started to go in directions that seemed impossible based on the physics of Mickey's walking, and the dismal face of the mouse was slowly curling into a smirk. On the 7th minute, the murmur turned into a blood-curdling scream, the kind of scream painful to hear, and the picture was getting more obscure. Colors were happening that shouldn't have been possible at the time. Mickey's face began to fall apart, his eyes were on the bottom of his chin like 2 marbles in a fishbowl, and his curled smile was pointing upward on his left side of his face. The buildings became rubble floating in midair, and the sidewalks were still impossibly navigating in warped directions, a few seeming inconceivable what we as humans know about direction. Mr. Maltin got disturbed and left the room, sending an employee to finish the video and take notes of everything happening up to the last second, and afterward immediately stored the disc of the cartoon into the vault. This distorted screaming lasts until 8 minutes and a few seconds in, then abruptly cuts to the Mickey Mouse face at the credits at the end of every video and what sounded like a broken music box playing in the background. This happened for about 30 seconds, and whatever was in that remaining 30 seconds, I haven't been able to get a sliver of information about. From security guards working under me, who was making rounds outside for that room, I was told after the last frame, the employee stumbled out of the room with pale skin saying real suffering is not known 7 times, before speedily taking the guard's pistol and offering himself on the spot. The thing I could get out of Leonard Maltin was that the last frame was a piece of Russian text that roughly said, "The sights of hell bring its viewers back in." As far as I know, no one else has seen it. But there have been dozens of attempts at getting the file on rapid share by employees inside the studio, all of whom have probably been terminated of their jobs. Whether it got online or not is up for debate, but if rumors serve me right, it's online somewhere under suicidemouse.avi. If you ever find a copy of the film, I want you to never view it, and then contact me by phone immediately, regardless of the time. When a Disney death is covered up as well as this, it means that this has to be something huge. Get back at me. TR. I've yet to find a copy of this, but it is out there. I know it. So that was the suicidemouse.avi creepypasta. It's pretty sweet, to be honest with you, and the only problems I have with this creepypasta is that, like, after watching this quote-unquote lost episode, you commit suicide, like, you are, like, pretty much shocked at what you saw. I don't know what word to describe it, but really, you will feel, like, more depressed, because, let's be honest with you, we have all grown up watching Mickey Mouse. We've all watched Mickey Mouse cartoons when we were kids. I do. I have. I loved it. But if I would have somehow got the video, maybe I would feel a little bit more shocked of what they would have gone with. I don't know. But, you know, it's a creepypasta. It's not really, it's a good creepypasta, don't get me wrong. So that is pretty much this pilot episode of Creepypastas with me, JRDeal96. So I would like you to comment below if you want to see more episodes like this in this format, or if you want to see it differently. So I would like to ask you about the creepypasta itself. What changes would you make in this creepypasta? And please comment below to describe your changes that you would make with this creepypasta. This is JRDeal96 signing out, and I am out.